Dear Ambassador, Your Excellency, I am very pleased to address you on the occasion of the International Criminal Court and the Kingdom of Norway concluding an agreement on the enforcement of sentences. In signing this agreement today, Norway joins a small group of countries which have concluded similar agreements. The enforcement of sentences of imprisonment is a crucial element of a well-functioning and complete criminal justice system, and states, as you well know, play a key role at the enforcement stage of ICC proceedings. As you are aware, the enforcement system of the court is premised on the notion of double consent. States must declare a willingness to accept prisoners in general, and then a willingness to be designated to enforce a specific sentence in a given case. By signing this agreement, Norway is declaring today its general willingness, and it will now be added to the ICC list of states willing to enforce our sentences. Norway's commitment today embraces the responsibility of state parties under the Rome Statute and consolidates Norway's long-standing record of outstanding support for the court. I hope that it will also encourage other states to make similar commitments in order to share the responsibility. The timing of this agreement is very fortunate, as you know. The Rome Statute makes clear that imprisonment is the primary penalty available for individuals convicted of the most serious crimes of concern to the international community as a whole. The signature of this agreement coincides with a steady increase in trial activity at the court. At the end of 2015, for the first time, 2 sentenced persons were sent to a state of enforcement to serve their sentences of imprisonment. Now is the time for the court and states parties to work closely together to ensure the smooth enforcement of sentences of imprisonment in the future. I would like to take this opportunity to express my deep sense of gratitude to you personally, Ambassador Krutnes, as your time in the Netherlands is soon coming to an end. I wish to thank you wholeheartedly for the outstanding support that you have extended to the court during your tenure as Ambassador of the Kingdom of Norway in the Netherlands. I really like to extend my gratitude and my personal gratitude for your warm friendship towards me. This support reflects your personal commitment with the court and, of course, Norway's unwavering support to ensuring the success of the court. As the Hague Working Group's facilitator on cooperation, in previous years you showed real leadership and, among other priorities, advocated strongly for the importance of the enforcement of sentences regime. Specifically, you, Norway, chaired a side event at the 2014 Assembly of State Parties concerning the enforcement of sentences and the potential for the Memorandum of Understanding between the Court and the United Nations Office on Drugs and Crimes to provide support and assistance to state parties interested in enforcing sentences of imprisonment. Norway's efforts to draw awareness to the potential role of the UNODC reminds me of the global commitment to ensuring the humane treatment of prisoners in accordance with applicable international standards, a project whose aims are equally embraced by Norway, by this court, and the UN General Assembly in its unanimous adoption in December 2015 of the Nelson Mandela Rules, which update the United Nations standard minimum rules for the treatment of prisoners. In view of these shared commitments, it is only fitting, therefore, that one of your last official interactions with the court in your current role be the signing of this agreement. To conclude, I would like to express once more the court's gratitude to you and to the Kingdom of Norway. The active support of the state parties is a fundamental precondition for the court's ability to carry out its mandate. In addition to obligatory cooperation under the Rome Statute, it is essential that all state parties consider which forms of voluntary cooperation they may be able to offer to the court, whether it consists of donations to the Trust Fund for Victims or assistance in the relocation of witnesses, interim or final release, or indeed the enforcement of sentences. The conclusion of today's agreement is an important step forward, and we look forward to continuing our record of excellent cooperation with Norway in the future. Thank you very much, Ambassador.
Your Excellency, President Fernández, dear colleagues, it is with great satisfaction that I can sign this agreement today between Norway and the ICC on the enforcement of sentences. It has taken some time to get there, we must admit, but I am extremely pleased that I am able to sign this on my last day of office here. Leaving The Hague after 5 years, I must say that one of the most challenging, rewarding and meaningful tasks I had was to be the facilitator of cooperation. I hope that work will still go on to continue to focus on the need of cooperation, because you know better than me that without cooperation you will not be able to fulfill your mandate. Norway has been an active supporter of the court since the beginning. We will continue to be that. And we consider the work of the ICC to be an invaluable contribution to post-conflict peace building and to fostering the rule of law. Ensuring enforcement of sentences is, as you said, of crucial importance, and it is one of the pillars of the Rome Statutes. And the importance of making the ICC well equipped for enforcing sentences cannot be understated. And Norway is delighted to be among the group, the still too small group of member states that has entered into the voluntary bilateral agreement. Let me just conclude very quickly to say that Norway and me personally will do what we can to continue to support your important work. We will continue to work on the cooperation, and Norway will continue to be cooperating with you as much as we can. And let us all hope that that will help you fulfilling your mandate in an effective way, so we can get away with impunity for these worst crimes we can think of. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And now I think we can sign.
Yeah, please invite you.
And I have to add that it's very good that we signed this agreement on the day that we are celebrating also International Criminal Justice. It is not today, but today we celebrate. So.
Thank you.